Yo, Sam Pensui. Eh, no num na bo pepe.
Anyway,
Just
my
say,
regards to Kofi.
all right. Obetini nyina. No num na bo pepe. Na just say no nine abo ewo my Ghana mu. I said the ma waso ti ne Kofi Koranteng. Abranti a wɔte na America na nka ne ho tɔ no ɔwɔ freedom paa nso biribi apiapia no ama no akɔpie Ghana adan a wɔhwɛ deɛ ɔman no si kɔ no a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔyɛ biribi ɛnɛ yɛne Kofi ɛbɛbɔ nkɔmmɔ nti yɛnkyɛ ho koraa no yɛma aberante pa Kofi Koranteng akɔ aba Kofi yɛma akɔ aba
Yes, so yes, sir. Smiley.
yɛtee no yɛakyɛ wohu
Unza. I said, yeah, Mohotomo na Murefi, yeah, gari wo Abodanfo Krumi. There's a paying for the guy, Oma hijack Central Bank said 60 million cedis. Me who be that? 60 million to me, you're free Central Bank. Hey, 60 million cedis. $6 million. Ayira. Wow. Nti eno ho ne yete nti say ama kromo ayehye ye ho ahia yen rough but ye chia mpanyimfo a wo line is mo se mpanyimfo pa kukudam pa na wo line iso enye easy abe wa ha kufitwu mberema wa ha kwantufo enye easy kra o na sika no na Tony Adams bi ayi chia wo papa me ne Salim enye easy kojo nso yechia ti yechia obia nti eja ye ne nam kwan so nti
yo Kofi sɛde ma atifoɔ ɛte yɛnom sɛ 2020 no woyɛ w'adwene sɛ wobɛkɔ as an independent presidential candidate biribi nti woanyɛ dɛ bɛyɛ woantumi ankɔ na to start with no obi bɛka sɛ na Kofi waba mu wakɔ 2022 menim wabɔ kakra deɛ na wohwɛ akasifuo yi a no ɔmo resi kura na aren't you getting discouraged still no you are still pushing say nyame yɛ adom a 2024 wobɛsa akɔ
yo papa tie no sɛ no kra wum pa ene obi bise me call Captain Smart show no so ne na nkofo bisa am sɛ Kofi say the Senate there, I guarantee you say NDC and MPP will not allow you to get on the ballot. I'm say says who? I'm say these guys are too powerful. Until a big argument broke out. Captain Canadian amount for can come there. And I'm say, we say nobody ever thought say the Arab Spring started and it would have the effect to change the world. But one person upset with something set fire to himself and it changed the whole world. So, sometimes you don't need big fires. Small fires could change the world. And so in my small way, I don't have hundreds of millions of dollars to measure up to MPP and DC. But what I'm hoping to do is say I can bring about a lot of the diasporans, people who lived abroad, people who've seen excellence in human living, say, listen, every year BI the $6 billion plus near the Ghana. If we can just put 1% to helping Kofi, he will make the change. Because NDC and NPP for himself, we have better policies, we have better BBS ideas. Women they've called and they've told me. But the woman sunim say they have more money than us. But sikana woman wono because I can't remember when woman to me disclose woman financial statements disclose woman incomes. So and a power now it's perceived to say MPP and NDC wono. Yɛn de ama wɔn out of ignorance. Yɛn no ne yɛkura power no. And they bestow onto MPP and NDC. Inti say yen agitated enough. Me who say yen yama omo power now. We will take back the power and render them powerless. Inti saa hoketwe bino is what I am hoping say I make the difference in bringing people to the realization say MPP and DC cannot have the power. They don't have the power. Power they muster. Power now comes because we be na de ma wo mu. Why na de ma wo mu? Yɛn a yɛgyina akyiri a wɔmmɔ yɛn a yɛka se na nkurɔfoɔ yi wɔ power nkurɔfoɔ yi yɛwerɛ fi sɛ yɛn ɛna yɛawele yɛ power to them and wɔn use it against us. Say you come to the realization need to me detach from them, they become powerless. They become totally powerless. I say, what a friend saying a power box will feel no way you fuse ne free. We fuse ne free more power ni mu. Inti the youth no na representative fuse. Me pese womu yi womu a free fuse box. They render the whole organizations, MPP and DC, powerless. And this is the education we're putting forth. But say Ubi I discouraged or my bemabu say cry na say I drain that twafa baby. Yeah, wow the same. Yeah. It's serious because me what Ghana minia Ghana refu mo amotia buchi mo Abi sorry a obekasa saa ono wi anu akɔwe ne tea no awe no friends say short bread now atena pen baby atena masa Ghana is hard and with him there yana say and sometimes I totally understand the frustration everybody has but Papa let me tell you something what is painful is they have really totally taken us for fools. And their yakra on top of it, and they say they don't give a damn because they know, say, you don't even know how to find your power. And I want everybody to listen to those words. One more you're convinced to say, power no war, but they are convinced to say you cannot find your power. So, and until we didn't quite say Inti one more ebe, but me no to some degree ne me there because I'm wondering when it will get so bad. Say Ghanaians will wake up to say enough is enough because apparently bad as it is it's not bad enough because I hit the wall and Ghana for I can't so because Ghana I mean this 60 billion cedis. You go to the radio stations, you listen to the TV stations, and everybody's talking about process because the whole country is full of lawyers. Ubia can process, justification. And in the radio stations, people who say because and the reason I say that passionately because everybody pours frustration and talks about what they're doing wrong. Okay, so now we know. What are we doing next? Well, let's come back next week and talk about more problems. And they always give us something to talk about. Meboa ka kyerɛ me. Ɛha ya be deɛ meka obi a ɔwɔ ha bi anim. But deɛ me pɛ sɛ mete ɛwɔ call you say, okay, Kofi, what our ground? They say, deɛ ne yɛbɛtumi ayɛ as people in London, as people around the world, you bet me the aboa not the wo dream bet me come to fruition. Nobody's having a conversation. The boy can't tell me. TV stations, they say I'm not for frame crime in Kubi because I'm tired of just going places and just talking because it's the same thing. Everybody's talking. Who be a TV station? Everybody's talking. MPPIC, NDCIC. Nobody talks about okay, enough of that. What is the next step? Let's put some monies together. Let's support a candidate. Let's push them, and let's make it happen. Nobody's talking about that.
Now, Kofi, I think we will come to that. Also, said you all can say, Ghanaians haven't been so pushed hard enough for them to make a movement. Perhaps people need to be much convinced to say whoever they are turning to in such a situation, say, yeah, NDC, MPP, MY, here and there, whoever they are turning to, they will be fully convinced to say, okay, this avenue I have found there, it is the right channel. I think some Ghanaians would need that full conviction for them
How long does it take?
That is a very subjective question, right? How long it takes, because there are some places whatever is happening in our country, and trigger so many things, but likewise, it is not triggering anything in our country. How long it will take for them, and as and when you get the opportunity to continue to put messages that will just hammer things that will convince people to come to your side. And I think when you get the opportunity, you don't miss it. Right now, going forward, I'm say, mommy true bibi wo wade na say we say new vision movement. And no, new term aba na say 2020 na wo ho.
After 2020, and yes, say ubia no womoka say Kofi nkrofo fu say wonkwa na onamo we ankonam. I'm sure there be any no correct. We have an organization asuyasne. Organization in a new vision movement. Now the intia womo eye in the shadows say sadin no unhu o ballot so. Nti yempɛ sɛ ɛno no bɛyɛ edin a nkɔfoɔ get used to sɛdeɛ anya bia wɔn kɔdu ballot mu wɔn ankɔka sɛ me kɔpɛ new vision movement wɔn ankɔhu a na wɔn ayɛ confused because it could very easily confuse people. So but on the flip side no, so people want to know the organization a wɔn ekura wasene wɔn so wasene nti na yɛde ɛno ahyɛ hɔ.
Oh, I see. Let's just say, the
body.
Yes,
MPP. Yes, you're MPP near NDC, no.
And I'm near NVM, maybe.
Sanity.
Oh, I see. You and Kofi, come with a very, very, very interactive, right? Na so what say a cuckoo dam, a wahomano so pa, omino by the way, omino batching come up. And I love it when you said, Comodiano was a year more of solution based, what we will need to do in order to get to wherever that we want to go. Yes, as a matter of fact, something must change of us to cause the changes that we want to happen in others. No two ways about that. We are more focused on what needs to change within us so that it will cause the changes in other people, for us to have the beautiful Ghana that we want. Now, what's my work? You would certainly need the support of the Ghanaians in diaspora to also chip in here and there, whatever effort to be on with me, their support here and there for you to move forward. It will all be subject to you letting them know, or them coming to that full conviction, say, maybe I had it is the best of all places to go. Let's just say adwuma kɛseɛ ɛyɛ deɛ also every now and then. Say why ready dia yɛbɛma anuanom a ɛwɔ ahoma no so no ebusa nsɛm baako mmienu mmiɛnsa, and then going forward we know how we go with things. You okay with that?
I am so waiting for it.
Good one there. You anyway, right from the top. Right from the top. Na say offer Kofi Twum berima ewo honum no question omusa oni question we'll move on to offer Kwame. Nti offer Twum question mu honum a odema abrantie Kofi Koranteng ana.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. So
okay. You see,
the problem is
the conditions are so ripe. The conditions on the ground has been so ripe many years, especially more so now. I mean, seriously, look at the bigger picture. What is happening in the Sahel, Guinea, Mali, Burkina Faso, now Chad, across to Niger. There's a lot of rapid change. This is really in the 60s. There was a saying that the wind of change is blowing across Africa during the emancipation after Ghana attained independence 1957. From 60 onwards, that was the wind of change. There was a great movement, agitation, solid one, well organized, structured, and remember, organization decides everything. And the force to when did it blow to blow all the ugly wings of the white supremacists, and my agitator Mandela was forced to come out of jail and become ANC to come into power. Yeah. Now the same thing is recycling now. What is happening in Ghana? For the past, I call Ghana. No, I want to make sure, say, Kofi, you do understand it. Say, Akufo-Addo and his gangsters, have come glide their way into power, and they have succeeded in capturing, where a state capture. If you look at it critically, they captured every sector of the state of the Republic of Ghana, everywhere. Their people are everywhere. And he doesn't care. He's continuing. And anybody, all the 33 million people of Ghana, most of us, I heard of. When you talk to people on the street, everybody is disillusioned. They are crying for a savior, a messiah be. But where is this organization that is well structured, solid enough to blow the wind in Ghana, to capture, to derail what Akufo-Addo has succeeded in doing in 8 years? I want to see that. I want to see that. It's not an easy task, but if it is well structured, because organization then decides everything. Without organization, there's no way. We are just wasting time.
Okay.
We need a well-structured organization.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to believe and see, sir, that organization is solid, firmly on the ground. Otherwise, then we are just, it's another thing. We are just wasting time. We are here to go into this big, huge election.
Now,
can you tell us?
Over you. Send here, Kofi, the organization are behind the scenes supporting him, right? Minim say now we New Vision movement. Did you know about it?
See, when what is happening in Ghana now?
Mm-hmm.
You see, the terrain, a friend in Ghana now, and you're littered with many people who are disillusioned and also not dressed. They are not the caliber of people like you, me, or Kofi or Abe. They are not. Illiteracy rate is about 90%, and that is where the majority is. How then do we? And the tactics is that MPP, NDC are well structured on the ground. They've got money tucked away somewhere. You've seen it recently in Kumewu, I say North. You are sharing 20 Ghana cities, Madrid, Conco, of Gary, and to then buy the vote. Have we got a similar thing to them? What's that arrangement in our mind? Otherwise, see, then we are wasting time. Because solidly, I told you, say, organization decides everything. This MPP, NDC, they are firmly organized on the ground. They've got money to throw about 20 Ghana cities about illiteracy, ignorance, and people will be who's got more than 200 Ghana cities. Masa, that is bingo. That's a bingo. What have we got? What organization structure have we got on the ground to turn around that MPP's ability to dish out that 20 Ghana cities and Gary and rice, and then that is my problem.
Or question perhaps you want to ask Kofi, say strategy being a new vision movement forward to what the plans of the NDC. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. MPP is going to do it. They've got money, 200 cities, maybe they'll double it to 400 cities, and then illiteracy will be the 400. Hey, that's bingo. straight away. No, how about MPP?
Okay.
Have we got something also to what that arrangement which is very firm on the ground?
Okay. All right. Me and Kofi on this, and then I will move on to Papa Kwame. Why, Kofi?
A couple of things. A couple of things. So we opinion, which I respect and I love a lot. A couple of things that a year concerns the mommy, and I think this is Achilles heel. We need destroy because me pursue this is the classic situation, and I'm glad say Ofre, a very experienced politician, said on my perspective. Inti Papa, listen to me. I want everybody to evaluate the American from a very common sense perspective. Okay. Who is Kofi Koranteng? Many politician. Mama said maybe pet president D. I renounced my citizenship with the United States of America and came to Ghana in 2019 because I had learned and I found something said after all these years, over 2 decades of working at Wall Street, and understanding how systems work, Ghana's problems you're making it seem say your problems and your problems. A symptomatic sociological response to, and you may be a deeply ingrained that. So one TSCR, you look at the symptoms and you think that they are the problems. But symptoms only now could be truncated by addressing the root cause. So I found out that how can you get Ghana to support you in the US? Then I found out that Ghana to me vote from outside of Ghana. I came to Ghana, I paid a lot of money, got some people together, and I came to Ghana to represent them. And then we pushed for the representation of the People's Amendment Act to get Ghanaians to be able to vote from outside of Ghana. Mahama looked at it in 2014 and said, oh, I'm going to make it work. Akufo-Addo looked at it in 2017 said, oh, I'm going to make it work. They all bypassed it because it threatened their estate. So even though we won the case in the High Court, said the Electoral Commission should put together, implement the representation of the People's Amendment Act. Okay, I cannot pitch my candidacy from Abuchi. I have to come to Ghana. But I had to make the very tough decision of renouncing my US citizenship. And after serious consideration, I came to Ghana, paid close to $4,000 and renounced my citizenship. The Americans thought I was crazy for doing it because they said, you are leaving the US. They actually took offense, said I was leaving the US in an attempt to come and help save Ghana. But I did it all regardless. Now, the reason I did it all was to get the diaspora to come along with me to say, Kofi, when you're a politician, Ghana dawa kuma so. Until we are all going to come in near Suwasene, not dear who pese we no. We don't hold bar for the idea. You be point the wechi near push you. They say no, the akoba papa ne say, Obi jina across the wall. No, her oh Kofi, but you need to be big like NDC and MPP. You need to have money like NDC and MPP. You need to have an organization like NDC and MPP, or we will not going to climb over the wall. I'm saying, no, that's not what this is intended to do. This is intended to say, may ma crossing over the wall, may on the other side, the dogs could come in and eat me alive. But throw me some meat. So when the dogs come, I can feed the dogs some meat so they will get to know me, so I could get to the house and take the mantle. Everybody is standing there and say, Kofi, let's see how you fight with the dogs. These dogs are crazy. They can eat you alive, beer. You heard how you deal with the dogs. Throw me some meat. Oh, well, Kofi, go and see. Well, you said you wanted to be a president. Go and see. Let's see your strategy. How you could thwart the... And it's a huge disappointment to me. And this is why I'm embarrassed. Say, the diaspora made me over the wall. I may feel say you throw me the meat. You be or say Kofi, Kofi, that's how this is supposed to be. Number 2, it's not a fight of money, because what will fight with money, you will lose the fight. Because MPP and NDC will see even if Papa Smiley, you gave me $10 million check, and ordinarily, I'll be able to win the election. But Semidianu Kujinaka say, hey, menya 10 million, yeah, they be win election. I'll be able to go for 200 beer. Sikano, also one constituency, Nina Abesa. Because Bahumia is coming in with $500 million. How are you going to match that? Bahumia is coming in with literally not less than $500 million to want to win this thing. But the bet to me, yeah, necessary. Obia who say, hey, abuchiri phone na support to Kofi. Obia ka Kofi wasem. Obia ka say, oh, Kofi will plan. Now, and that, won yine chile, and I will say, Kofi for plan a brand, I mean, say, it meets me standard and my support. There be the other banner and say, Kofi, my main share, men so media, me debate me a come my whole plan. But yes, you bet me a raising money. Yes, you bet me taking on policies on agriculture. Minimum crop will be into medicine, into medical policy, trauma. Oh, infrastructure policy. Say not all the diaspora need specialities, Obia any proposal. De beba, de baby so Kofi Koranteng asene. Not for Kofi Koranteng, phobia. I am just the sacrificial lamb. So, inti bibia momo pese mumu in Ghana no. Mona mo babe create na mo use me as the vessel to get it. They say na I say Kofi na ekoneko. When our president said you inti help. May I hear what you have to fight against MPP and DC? That's not how it's supposed to be. Because even with the organization now, me want to cry no puno. Pino, what free diaspora? Woman will be $50 a month. They support the grassroots. But the majority of grassroots are spending $6 billion a year. 1% of Sika must spending. I don't understand.
All right, Goofy. Your point is been well made, and I say, Asempa, dear bay, yeah. Yanko of Aquame, eso, na of Aquame, and so questioner or Edemano of Ampemo of Aquame, you to where, Yanko of Aquame.
But, Mr. Koranteng,
Kofi Koranteng. No mistake.
Memoir cover. Kofi, I'm say, motor visit is a wapepepe. A bedroom time, no university. Now, open say, Ubepua Ghana for. Now, me busa say, who wants she be? A war no more. Sibia winnie wa, a bit me a take Ghana to the mountain top.
We'll see which one take Ghana today. Now take last part,
Kwame also until last part in team movie. Why?
Take last part, or say me, and she say be a me take Ghana today.
To the mountain top. ɛde Ghana
Oh, afa kwame gyina yi na Kofi saka bio
to the mountain top. Friends, Martin Luther King expression.
The ye pesi ye mpacho we.
Oh.
We enti koso Kofi.
Me che say.
Afa kwame wate wa enti ye.
Water person to say nyina. E bedru tembi na woni ho biem. Na o pese obeso and I may say one thing to you.
Kofi, so ote asema obusa ya na meboa.
Basically mpacho
meboa me.
O pese o san ka bi o. Okay, afa kwame. Gina yi na kan ye nti why?
That be me mate no.
All right then. Ene Kofi ya no ene boa no. Why?
Okay. Nti minua ofa kwame. The American can see ya and say BBI so wo can as far as vision ne dia ene wo but me ni say vision ne na wo can me did say the wo can ne say your friend saying obi a me ni ho no ma obesi ma na mu asem na wo can me boa if I understand
okay system wa obeja to ho no mo a ebema Ghana ye free enchichemu a ye ni aye chichemu a ye kun e ho no eno na me busa o
send you wo kan no send your organizational a plan e dey beto say a national development plan ye be ye any constitution ye be ya to ho ni kura o man no but what you say nti your system ye ba be ye no your system ye ba be ye hihye o man ni wie na yen entrenching in the constitution na enu ni kura o man no as far as peripheral changes ebeba no there o man bia no enipa enyini onipa esesa wo mu a changes bi wo ho no ma esese wo de ba enuoma mu na esesa na meet the needs of the people at the time sa needs na arise. The most important thing is say for as far as me are concerned is say ye betumi aye Ghana to say abrochiri ye what systems are ye need light problem ye need water problem obia ewo baabi odi ni tito obia nya aduane papa di ye nya industry na nyoma Ghana for nya media adom ye no ye added value ansana efri o my Ghana mu said ye benya more than enough income ye de be run the affairs of the state simple nyama we na ye level 1 nyoma Bacho
Yatonka.
Meaning so no bisa question no na me bisa
ana ubusa so
somebody mate no no anti ana je say e kan bi onti na make
Oba kwawe what the o kire no
mi bo enti che say constitution ne de on touch e kra e ho de on ko
constitution in one of the first things here best yes it's a constitution near a national development plan. And then the first thing I yes, sir.
It's constitution, no, dear, I give you remove.
Okay. Constitution, one of the things that
remove.
Okay. One of the things that you say power, dear president, you know, a also do. So, inti per se, restructure our powers now, president, wow. Utumi di yi nipa bese 6,000 or appointing nipa 6,000 can be our president to be ban. And see you be to say but you did we chika crew mo fa machi
mami mute no na fit to us why koso
okay good inti bibi very good inti bibi to say ex gratia ni article 71 you be here free ho exemptions are president wa obokro no a obi antumi mfa ne nsanka no ye bete every ho said the president obokro no a ye be treat you like an ordinary person we go through a process say capital punishment ye de be ma capital punishment and ubinya bibi so ne the befriend Public Service Commission. Public Service Commission no ne be bibi to say IGP ne Electoral Commissioner ne Attorney General no woman will be sa positions ni na through one evaluation process and yet president will be sankrofo nti we and you may be other things you be and say 275 parliamentarians no ye be mu wi a your proposal to reduce 275 parliamentarians no to a friend saying 20 parliamentarians because the national development plan and EBA. Another thing about say ministers, you be reduce ministers from 110 or 120 ministers, so you about 10 ministers per because you reduce ministries to 10 ministries. So be to say your friend saying you be your friend saying you're kind of saying embassies say what around the world you're 55 you're better so about 5
Hey.
so diplomatic missions.
In fact, big changes now they about Kofi.
Oh, very big changes. Now, I say BBA make biano. Embassy say what was he saying? No big changes now. There na your mouse say catch me. When there na your mouth. Won't mean can be and chairman embassy near your mouth. Will be a dream say embassy or hunting here embassy. And who would be with the current situation with artificial intelligence, any virtual reality, open passport, open any type of helper, which may call online. Now, acquire. Adia embassy, a bet me, aye, amaye. And no, until a year consideration said, until you keep embassies, their friend a trade desk. Embassy biano, yes, a mission biano, yes, say, Ubinya, their friend a trade desk. Trade desk, say, you better so I the bear commerce. So, say, yeah, you China, your embassy with China, the China for development in technology, artificial intelligence, near go through sa embassy, near the answer, the issue, no, my bet saying, but none of that is happening because, human capital, near Juma ambassador to Hono or no or Tom visas, and my China for Woma Bagana. So, it's not to say, a woman here said embassies 55 you keep into a bit 15 because a huge liability cost to every embassy on average about $50,000 a month. $50,000 a month. Benefits biama, just like the ministries. So you better so. These are some of the things that you better so. No first class travel. Abruchia ye penny for no qua one medicals ni waiting as annually what constitution and you be training me. So we and you be NFA so adia back when we here and specific process to prosecution a neat constitution inti ya per se you criminalize criminality. Ghana no ye criminalize criminality nti uko bokro no a ye de uko gina courta nya lawyer bi no de na no be fa ho a na ejao na uko. We're going to make criminality very specific, and the constitution was saying it doesn't make it specific until people bokro no and they get away with it. Until these are some of the major changes here with your friend saying your constitution. Now powers here they are electoral commission no ye be free ho on to men concourse districts ne regions nominate there be sa expansionary friends saying powers no winning your best stripping in these are some of the powers intina and no when it comes to the constitution.
Okay, all right, thank you very much for that. Yanko just says we na just says so far the question mpemo Petron say are you ready there Yanko?
Yo Kofi me ma wakwaba na yo many question be amount. The American, I don't know the imagine the Massachusetts, someone else America, more politics. And will become free. Or see, the tree of liberty is watered by the blood of patriots. Now, a kamakuma pa, me who said, we are patriotic, but they were a long time from my inferior to almost all the stations are going now before low. They're patriotic job on our family. Now, so you better your home and say you be a discerning minds to accept, dissect, and digest what you are bringing, the new thing you are bringing. Because I guess I try to be baby. Young people, my hands are on the son. You have so as some of the brain with us.
All right. Anything to add to that, Kofi? Weka bibi wo ho ana yenko.
Me dana say ono so we realize say at this point, you know, nipa ya ka de beken na de yebe na so a yebetumi aye yetumi mu yaye. Isika ye wo abridge na from 2019. Ni na be ye de abehye Ghana. They say ye nisika. So, inti focus Kofi wuko we kra na anye yi a wo besan akobio me yiri nani bre abre me so no say mo amoye mema na mema kwa na online so say mo amunim inti me won kola mienu me na me back asana o say daddy when are you going to leave Ghana and come home na me rap so but these are some of the things you have to go through. Inti say you go through sanima way na diaspora for so anka me feel said this is a shooting fish in a barrel. You be see you making a decision that anything you are discerning. You don't need a month to make a decision on who is good. You have everything to make a decision and know. Or Kenyans are small and all Kenyans are some. And I say, you come in yourself and say, Kofi, your mouth condition. Your baby wow, nemo, so the Papa Smiley Beshim, no representing London food na Papa Smiley, would ya or no near no finance minister. Hey, na Papa Smiley, no yeah finance minister. Or see Kofi, me call school of say, me will say no the credentials about your check, you know, and say, oh, say Papa Smiley, or to the be another day that they say, oh, be about finance. Near dinner too. Now, Sweden for the one with the other, see you will be obey agriculture minister. Kofi about 5 million, but ye will be or no obey agriculture minister. Now, on swaba, near yet the due diligence near who so a say only be about agriculture near the next ho. Near the beautiful fraba, a see Kofi on no babe a minister of education of Germany. No about not the need other 20 and fairly and dear to more say. Yes, so them and food na 2 million bebao. No, ya fafu fro. Na sectors na ye sectors na ye the baby ministries no. Ye nya diaspora for us a feeling in not through that ye they raising $50 million. Ye they winning election. Ye ba na ubiano when your representatives from constituencies. Because ye na ye ba be dear your friend a mastermind no ye a crafty and you Kofi Koranteng kwan wakoshe baby no crafty no se momra me support no na mu na mo ideas about inti na mdu musika buy but you don't stand behind the wall and point. Next question.
Thank you very much. Any yanko na nasika swe na nasika enso mpemu na nasika yetiu
Papa me bra penny Kofi mana kwa babiem.
Mini amajusu.
Kofi, in say last 4 years, Mami Jemensa of our kwan bia so disqualify. Na about today enemy. E dey na o debate me dia boss Mami. Ubetimi atoto nyoma yi. on-sign and finance a kwambi so enchinchi monsa and send disqualify after say majority of diaspora and as a Ghana for do mujidi babe show mune be do it has had disqualify.
Okay.
You
Kofi, very straightforward question.
2020 no the koba and say yeah paperwork na ye de koye no one more friend one more say who irregularities be on Friday. Yes, irregularities when on you one be friend back. The next day Saturday no one friend on you yemra na woman who knew be a I say yeah knew be in shed and yes said you my bay and you yemra nti ye koye no be tina say na me name chairman a friend no Ufuyampofu and Carl Morgan nimpanyfo bi ye koye. No almost say woman who said signatures away form no so no ebi wo CPP for form so yes how obia electoral commission my in short code be 1422 yes say me fa papa smiley din na mafa ne voter register card number no na mabo the voter register card number no to 1422 na print it respond in a text to say Papa Smiley 435 Brentley Court, London E8 4BS. Now, I can't, a friend say, voter register number say, now address. It's sad, no, not yet they are filling form now, you are filling, no, yet they are verify say, some number way information or the money are correct now. Nti ya verify numbers obia where your forms should be 3 times 4 times 4 a.m. na me nkrofo yet your office obia check it yenya bibia correct you could do easy say signatures near yenya duplicate na say how enya possible I'm say no me call na Ivor Green Street to ho na Ivor Green Street to trade folder no say nkrofo what easy say nkrofo war me forms so for Western North no the same people were Ivor Green Street so no bisa Ivor Green Street say san nkrofo e woni mo man no see woman na an executive members I'm say how woman na an executive member saying you share form no so no na all the members are not woman filling in Western North paperwork ama me no woman affiliate the same form ama Ivor Green Street. I'm saying, how can that be? A woman out of 46,000 residents in Northwestern North, 19 people affiliate a woman not just regular citizens, but CPP executives of Western North. I'm saying, how can that coincidence be? Say, you call around, you go, the first person, CPP ni, okay, we executive, okay, sign her mommy. You call her, we executive, CPP for executive, and Kwani couldn't woman. Into your heart, who said, no, there's something wrong. Apparently, me assessment, and I said, yeah, reps now, what, no, what, region, no, what we year paperwork in year, a war in transit on the VIP na it was intercepted and we would change papers no one day one would duplicate one day and one be shame said one be into long story short no the Asian woman said number one they say no yem fama ubia yem fan koma VIP no fama yen ya be ko na yakoye sa signing of the forms. Yes, signing of the forms now. Yeah, but ma ubia abankran. Na wabi your lawyer. Na why ye affidavit. Say no was signing. And signing the papers no apple easy. Said woman to make us say Papa Smiley no smart of or signing my was a son I've been saying, oh no pride you whom is signature form you so that. So that's what we're going to do to fix that problem.
Thank you very much for that. Every
hello?
misfortune, there's a
Also,
learning to make out of it.
hello?
And thanks for letting us know the learning in that. Yanko, Abby,
Hello?
that's why. What Yanka? Kofi, what Yanka?
Wow, I can't hear anybody.
Oh, Kofi.
Ah,
I met one count.
what's in car?
Yeah, Tonka.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm saying my Bluetooth not disconnecting.
Oh, okay. All right.
1 second.
Get it connected now. Abby, are you ready? Oh, ba.
Bluetooth.
Any Kofi Koranteng and a bon como any day. Boy and como. He's hoping to vie for presidency come 2024. He's seeking. Yatonka Kofi. Yatonka
Explanation now, my mind.
I heard you very well. Say you were talking about
okay.
It was intercepted. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Into this time around,
affidavits.
Oh, okay.
My bank can one be here lawyer near affidavits a guso. Yeah, be affidavit.
Okay.
You'll be into me and say, and you no, yeah. Even though you said that's not really what happened. They want to be shame. Want to shame.
I see. Let's say the alcohol police in the actual no we are talking.
So very good. Pepe. And it was all planned. Actually, Hannah, actually, but we've been told say it was all planned. It was in a book, MPP full book to do this to us.
Hey. Because I don't forget a cover book number.
Actually, who one printed a EBA a bar out. Udike crowd book nibi. A woman say part of one more bed destroy him doom banks from this annual on your man. Nina will not be doing sushi. Say they have to take me out.
I see.
Into a BBA one more strategic plan or not to say one more say me hard dream. They had to make sure. But one man can say one more bay. But one more can say na as a so more fat the can be sooner. One more day. Say Chroma catch me say oh. But kind of so my kind of we fat can be as you from send there. One more.
Okay. You, Kofi, thank you very much. Now you call Abby's way. Abby, question you. We have a boy narrative question. Yanko Abby.
My man Abby.
Yeah, Kofi. I don't have a specific question to ask Kofi, but a few reactions to.
Abby, there were beside the questions in added that. Well, beside a million questions did that. We are comment them in Saturday and the D
yeah, Kofi, I hope everything is okay.
Everything is good, my brother. Everything is good.
Yeah.
Everything is good.
Well, I hope to come to Ghana soon, hopefully.
Good. I'm hungry. Hurry up and come so you can go and feed me.
Yeah, Kofi. Well, we spoke not long ago in a way, but Kofi, you made mention of. Let me make an analogy here. Today, I happened to listen to one of Rollins' interviews. And it seems he had the right vision at the time, based on what he said. But the flaws I saw with that vision, was this. He didn't surround himself with the right people, or he didn't even know how to carry out, the achievement of that vision. So he failed, dramatically. Kofi, you made mention of new vision movement. Okay. We all know that when you have a vision, one, the vision must be shared. Because if you alone carry the vision,
I don't know your vision. You have to sell the vision to us or to your followers to buy into it. And Kofi, I mean, your first attempt on your website, I was one of the first people to put my picture on your website. I've taken a few flags on that, but I'm not bothered at all. And following up from what Mr. Trum said, Kofi, there was a time myself and Achibobu, we had a conversation on that about fundraising and so on. And I'm happy today that you've identified that looking at the money MPP and NDC have stolen, they didn't work for it, they just stole it, MPP and NDC. They've stashed money and they can do anything at all with it. We cannot match, or you cannot match these people financially, impossible. Okay, so you have to be strategic in getting people to follow you, in people to buy into your ideas. Because if you compete with these people financially, you don't get anywhere. And I think that is Kofi. This is where you are falling short. You understand? One, you don't have a vehicle upon which all of us can even jump into that vehicle to say, okay, we are all driving towards the same destination. You understand what I mean by the vehicle? Because at this stage, you should have.
Abe, 1 second. No. On say utie ne nsem na all kana. Wajia to me say he alone cannot do the job. And he said, "Oh, identify say we have vehicle. Why not join him and just provide that vehicle?"
Yeah, but up to now, Kofi has not bought into that idea of him needing a vehicle.
Oh.
Because at this stage,
that's not true. That's not true.
Let me finish. At this stage, Kofi, you see what Addison and his people are doing. Addison, the one who, when he's appearing, he's wearing some spectacle, trying to scare people. Addison or Kenoforiata. These are the people, if you have a team, a strong team in finance, we could sit down toe to toe to these people and tell them what they are doing wrong or they are dismal failures. You need a team to face these people. When it comes to transport, you need people with experience and exposure to tell them that what you are doing wouldn't go anywhere. It's useless. It's rubbish. I have a team. We can do this. When it comes to agriculture, you have a solid team to face these people. Planting for food, and they say they want to go and do phase 2. When the phase 1 is rubbish, is useless. Do you understand? But Kofi, you need to get people around you to take these people on. But the moment,
all right, Abi, I'm saying
we don't seem to see those things.
Yo, TNT na ebiana. Ona no kan ho asem kire. Kofi yanko.
Now, if you listen to Abi carefully, or say you need to get people into teams to face these people. First of all, that's the strategy of failure. And let me tell you why. Because the objective is not to face them. To face them is like telling them, say, I'm going to give you a prescription for you to follow to change. These guys are unchangeable. Into the conversation to change them, is over. You trust our stage, Abi, get it in your head. We're not negotiating with these guys any longer. I'm not going to get a team together to face them, to tell them, say, their proposals are not going to work. You trust our stage, and also can be na diaspora to be met together, You are in reverse gear. We want you to put it in drive and overdrive for that matter. And the way we're going to put it in overdrive is rather than point fingers and complain, like what Papa Smiley said, get in there and do what you expect. Now they have to tell them that if you have to do this, you have to. What we need now, that's what the team is supposed to be. You can't say, oh, Kofi, I didn't agree to. Don't tell me about stuff because, listen, this is a buffet. deɛ me nim yɛ ne banku maka banku no wo a wo sɛ benya friend me nim frɔyɛ ne yɛ meko a na metwi meko awie kyina mo ni ho wo pɛ sɛ wo yɛ frɔyɛ a brada bɛyɛ frɔyɛ no wo gyina no na Kofi ɛsɛ wo yɛ yi chinkafa ne yɛ di banku no na yɛ tilapia na grille me so a menyɛ chef me so a me ne aduane ne yɛ wo a wonim no come in and do it makase come in, get with friends. Anyone who winning said they can support you to get the ingredients, come into the kitchen and prepare the food. Which they beer you point fingers say if you need to do this. Your trust you need to weigh no. That's the point I'm making. Abi, whatever you want to do, we want to make this thing work. Be winning come in with it and let's put it in the machine. Machine yeah build it. I will never say I know everything. I will never say I know everything. But the meme person more appreciating it say at least I made the step. The step is say menyan chance now we can melt and mold and start putting it together. Most of we need technology with pistons, ne carburetors, no electrical systems, ne complete. You have to get a carburetor. I don't know how to build it. Kofi, you need to get this. Oh, Kofi, you need to bring people in who know how to put in pistons. Well, we need to do it. That's the end of story.
All right, Kofi.
Papa Smiley, a quick one.
Papa Smiley, who are who?
Me too.
And now you didn't hear ye nano. Dear more can nano, yen find ye juma and ya. Abi, go the opposite in this organization. I'll say I haven't included. I didn't know how can I include any the opposite we yeah. Yeah, this is yeah, this is by the time this meeting is done. And stop complaining.
All right. Thank you very much. Kofi, Abi, you have quickly, Fabra.
Yeah. Kofi, look, I got closer to you through Achibobo. And at the time, I prepared a fundraising strategy. I still have the documents. And myself and Achibobo, we discussed this with you. Kofi, the way you left it, you said, okay, let's discuss
it back.
Hold on, let me finish. You said, let's take this forward at least every 2 weeks. Let's have deliberations on it. Up to today.
Abi, you see, let me tell you something. Today. Abi, listen, you're going to let me curse at you because you know I can curse at you, okay? Stop the nonsense.
I don't take grudge on issues. Political issues. It's not my problem.
Yeah. But Abi. Nipa ya wo kana sem say Achibobo. Achibobo is in MPP. It again opposite me. But the plan who say Achibobo. Achibobo ni one ma you can't live. You can't work without Achibobo. And then you have a problem. Because people die, people change their mind. If Achibobo is not part of this, get on with your life. And the Ubechinya yet to help, do it. We had an agreement that many woni Achibobo, we will sit and have meetings. Achibobo called me back to convince me, said, "Dear me, ye enye juma menko MPP. Me, I don't want to go to MPP because it's a criminal cartel. I've told you, I don't want ever to go to MPP. It's the Ubechinya yet to help the system, Yeah. Neja de bia de koyechi Achibobo. It's over a year ago. Why do you keep going back to it? Achibobo is gone. Okay, get with it and let's move forward. Let's go.
All right. I think say Munkomo Dieno.
I wish Papa Smiley you can bring Achibobo here.
Munkomo Dieno. There's more to it than possibly we will be able to discuss
Kofi,
in this brief moment.
Don't let us watch these things.
Okay.
We will talk about.
All right.
Abi. Now what do I? I've been walking fast. Don't let us.
We'll deal with this.
I feel I don't know by. I feel
the bottom line of what Kofi is saying is whatever it is that you can put on the table to support him, it's a teamwork. Just jump on and then help. So,
and
when you jump on, you are not helping him. You are helping yourself as you jump on. That's as
you are helping the country, Ghana.
Well, I mean, the situation of the country now it requires a very revolutionary approach. I mean, when I use the word revolution, I'm not talking about those guns, useless people taking guns. You understand? It needs complete transformation of mindsets. You understand? And because Ghana is now besetted with the knowing doing gap.
Don't go into description. They say, stop the talk. We don't want to hear anything about Masa. Me obi kase well mama prescription na Ghana is a you cannot be buefu. Ya bremo.
Kofi, today this afternoon I saw you and Che and Ni. Is it Ni or something?
Yeah, Ni.
On Captain Smart's
Captain Smart, yeah.
Kofi, you have some of the ingredients. You have some of the ingredients around you. We only have to come and complement the whole thing.
Any quay.
You understand?
Abi also and Choba Ghana. It's in Bia or the Bekan agenda. Why?
More Abe Magana because all about Ghana or the friend say the people from the SC. Abe, oh, Masa, move on.
Yo, Kofi, Yanko Shalom, Mesuswe. Na Shalom, some final question, Namra. Shalom, so Tim and Kadia, you to Honey Kofi to you. Shalom. Say shalom and Tim and Kadia, any Maminko Kwabna. Eso, na Kwabna, and find a question, Emra. Kwabna, make it a deck. Bamaso.
Papa, I didn't catch it, and I'm Pacho. Be a way there.
Oh, be a hoya pa.
Hello.
Hey,
Chief Justice, and somewhere.
Chief Justice hoya pa. Shalom, me baso after Kwabna to tell me why.
Tokonuo, the other one.
Abi. It's okay. Shalom, I'll come to you. What's in here? Kwabna, for a question, no bra. Na.
Papa, my questions is your doors room. Bear me and son. Otimi and friend, Mister, until your friend Kofi na. Kofi sama, wakan no be ni be jina so na ye busa ne nsam. Papa, Abi kura ga also wo vision. Vision no kura wanya na show botum. Obi any vision ko awanya. Odeba. Say be di wachi. And Papa, my first question, I want me to you Kofi or a few pokuya program so. And okay say boys omo Ghana ombeso mutu kwan no. Say 10,000 ombeso mutu kwan mo fan tu. Omo fa mre no na omfa nko wini to me. Dem so wini to me ni wi a no amo madwuma. Sa question asem me disappointed. Na mfese bi obeka so omo fa 10,000 mra no nko bi adwuma na boys ni nyimu adwuma say de be omo ban. Na question I me wo first ne say Mr. Kofi Koranteng say embassy say we are saying you know be no 5. It be say ni vision e wo hodada. Ti oba kire me countries a na embassies no ebeko. And a 2 also be say system a ekoso America no e be say e bi ba Ghana. Oka attorney general honsem say kwan be fa so mbe yi no. America on kire say kwan be na o fa so mbe attorney general e wo America. And the ministers no so no also be 10 ministers. Your 16 regions and your other idea. And you know, ministers no him fan and 10 ministers in
Papa, thank you very much. I think it's straightforward. Kofi ever handle ama. Kofi, young boy.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Into consideration for embassies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa for obvious reasons because of the new world order. Mamunim said, and Yoma Esesa, people are pulling away from, people are de-dollarizing. So they said Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, we want to be able to position ourselves strategically. Said de-dollarization, we are positioned for a global explosion. That's the whole idea. Number 2, what can I say? Public Service Commission, Nebabi Attorney General, Electoral Commission, IGP, we system, Ghana full P eka, and it said, me make your system no ɛwɔ ebia na yafa country no abodin Ghana system no yɛ unique nti bibia yɛyɛ wɔ Ghana na ɛyɛ unique. I don't need to come here and tell you system America for you should pick it one attorney general because it has no relevance to
me.
me.
I just want to know. Say the okay say open system not to come to Ghana. Me person me e kon mo faso. You say and me person me kon
and I make say I'm not and yet and not my priority. If you want to read about it, you could do it. The me or Ghana no I person or Ghana has to be Ghana specific. The me can into will be a question no and I remember whom I say yen leaders you woman or IGP ne yen you be to say Iyoku yet ne Juma electoral commission yen ne Juma accountant general yen ne Juma president to me in Kofi na yeah they be an organization be a no public service commission no omo due diligence na through organizations and agencies no omo they are penny pa woman omo due diligence I won't between see woman said the encofa president who p na affect the way democracy works in Ghana. That's the whole point. And see that's how that's the reason why we're gonna put together a public service commission to do that. The third question I'll be say is ministries as I say, you know, I get 10 ministries, you know, yeah. Agriculture, energy, employment and entrepreneurial development, education, finance, foreign affairs, trade and industry, Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Health, and Ministry of Justice. So 10 ministries see na into every other ministry biano into an agency near the share under the jurisdiction of 10 ministries. Into the ministries will function at full-fledged services. Bia ebema. It's just it's not going to be a ministry because with a ministry comes liability. Say we need minister and a deputy and the whole administrative staff within a chief. And we want to shrink government, not expand it. That's why we're going to do it. Now, with 3 questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Kofi Koranteng. Now, Mamenko. Hey, 1 second. Hey, 1 second. Afi, Kofi, every kwamna di Mamenko Isaac is way. Now, Isaac Imra. Isaac, we are. I go see you are next. Isaac, what's in Kadia? Bamaso.
I don't care here.
Good. Kofi, to you. Question now, the man, Yanko.
Yeah, Kofi Meteo or Ghana, a show be brave. So, yeah. Now, my question, now, maybe son, maybe before some baby, and now, the question, no, Eddie Atuano. No, man, no, because Ghana, no, I quite say a summer air question. Says, yeah, no, Bibia, MPP 4 years before. Moka customer so and NDC for sana I didn't acquire. The all we are there no, obi on no or tin baby no. Near yet nako count because one also be a year. I didn't know one buy or monchi, no more every summer more yeno. Wo person obedi or my Ghana so no. Sa every some dear Sika dear Kogu Koranteng mu and dear Mamu way every ano. And they are sure more. Oh, but at the end, obey no what to me. I decide to cannot Ghana because more question baby and be using me GPS in Intra.
Yo, Minia, a small thing. Just say, Ubia will go through a buying for the last Fourth Republic. Biano, we will put them through a distillation process. Distillation process, basically, if I say you who say Ubiano, who are kind, assembly anyone. Who are kind near Jao. So assembly who and our sector and our agency are the Juma, not to say, will be some questions. And the process need be what I mean to maintain 9 because you perceive keeping aside because they're very sensitive. The perceive, but they may meet me. I can't tell them say. Ubia, and say what ABI who say where disca and now when disca, but Ubia will go through that distillation process to make sure say you're clear. So Sikabia Befa will agency sika no hene call dey na we were documentation to show the use of sika no yes na say sika no baby she bia na see depa so nti so when you am from madia na say there will be consequences in the enye mean to me and consequences in show, but there will be serious consequences. So, because the young kobobosia into sika bia nkofo afa ete no sika no monko fire the emre first and sakra start negotiate bibia be come with that until asema won until next question.
All right, thank you very much. My uncle Agosi Yesu eso na Agosi nso final question emra Agosi Bama so
Papa I drink so
good sabo ko there
Papa
beautiful nyamyadom ye hoye pa ye hoye yo ene Kofi you why
yo Kofi mbato me chao
Ini amejuso
that's it many just menya wa ha na yana gaita show on social media question na me pese me bisa bako and say me also granted interview April 20th when it daily kind of say graphic na o kan sem bebre te me peke afa honom now can say Ghana will be use technology they affect corruption and I'm asking you how are you going to use technology to fight corruption
okay
let us you so no say young fan say oba ban mu a na o ka your constitution also you be review e ho and na
man can review that see a big change the constitution big difference.
Okay. So we be change anyway, and I think say but question I'm say how are you gonna do it? Because meaning say then I saw Franco if you can see in Parliament now approve. And
Okay.
so we are president, we are independent. It is independent now. So how are you gonna run your government? Because you need this MP said and all these people to make sure that be on behalf approve. How I'm just saying how are you gonna work with these people to make sure that when you start doing everything because the people that you fight yes I will fight the amount of person but there are some people who are corruption in maybe they think that the system will affect them so they will sabotage and so how are you going to work with these people to make sure that when you start doing question
All right. Mpacho where
Kofi to aso ne ya no we
all right okay nti minia okay when it comes to corruption penny solve corruption on 3 levels. First level criminally no just say we near prosecute you na ye jail say say ye jail wa near jail nti almost instantaneous justice. In fact, to train your man to hold 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. There be a special court. A year 24 hours, 7 days a week. The be a judge wa cases na you be process it ni be disposition. 24-hour court system ni be. Into criminally, number 1. Number 2, psychologically, say curriculum say what schools from kindergarten no. The beshim said the amount for who say loyalty to your country and more chrono ebiade and senior said the amount for be not only loyal but won't be who say or minor have gone to extend to make sure say who talk but you mumfa phone into me to my kakra and I'm say they were che ubisa question you are now they have 2 minutes inti you be making sure say curriculums wɔ billboards, programs wohwɛ TV anadwo a wote Ghana ho na wohwɛ TV a mehwɛ TV deɛ but kakra a memahu no programs a nyansa biara nim ɛmmoa yɛn programs a deteriorate your moral and ethical standards obi yɛsɛ sɛ wopɛ sɛ wode obi yere a behu me wopɛ sɛ wo ne obi yere da a wɔm na wɔn advertise wɔ TV so ne radio so sɛdeɛ ne mmaa da ɔbaa ne nneɛma a meka koraa ɛfɛre saa nneɛma yi nyinaa yɛbɛyi afiri hɔ because it demoralizes and it spirals us downwards as a culture, a nation, and a people. Nneɛma ɛho hia goes to the idle mind. Ni na count na corruption, but psychologically, nneɛma ɛbɛyɛ no at every level of education, no, you be push it out. Why you need to be loyal to your country? Why you don't need to be involved in corruption? The beer around you, will push. And at the sectors and so, the board sector see agriculture, energy, education, and employment and entrepreneurial development, finance, foreign affairs, trade and industry, justice, interior, health. Women now will work synergistically together to push the same message out. Say, service to your country, commitment to your country, conviction to your country. Say the pro anti-corruption. So, okay. It's psychologically and administratively in the nature say, pay paper money, be eradicate the paper money. Into BBI will be electronic money. All the agencies will be digital money. So into sikani ni hwa will be to the one saka. And on the back office, used to be a friend of DLT, distributed ledger technology. Algorithmic. Just a process is be algorithmic. In the 10 regions now you be used to. All the agencies at what 10 regions will have computers there and registers there. Transaction be and be register computer also. Into me transaction now me sign because transaction even if you have to correct the crime, you have to do another registry. Into the paper trail will show say, oh, Kofi abeye we 2 cities waha or Sunday 1 city abe to hope you because when we say 2 cities no doso. Untumi nko yi 2 cities in kase me pepa no na man ko yi hwe wunya yi 2 cities na ka ukokra na ukoye say wu yi 2 cities na fi hɔ a will be another register be kase 2 cities has been taken but 2 cities na we yi na empepe fi hɔ and it creates an algorithm into wuntumi nsesa no obi antumi nsesa no. Now answer na no be adwuma no there are layers yes it has to form 3 layers sector of administratively as I said the first layer institutional infrastructure na ye lay institutional infrastructure ni we are to say bibia obi hia eso de adwuma na so nya bibia pepepe na ye kire na se no no so te ase. Number 2, as I said, I run it on a system. System ye behavioral performance mechanism. You insert into a human endeavor to predetermine an expectation and on your friend system. BBO no onim say or yet with an expectation. Meka emoreni isuo na mbisija so a mewie ne menya banku. Nti onim say menya banku if I cook it at 500 degrees for 30 minutes. Inti obi aba ohwe instruction no ma mix it menya 1 pound of more menya 1 pound of insuo me digum na me stir for 30 minutes at 500 degrees menya benku sana McDonald's dey adwuma and your friend turnkey system no. So and every turnkey system be incredibly successful because it operates on a system not on personality. Ghana more than 90% of your new personality run agencies and modules and no yet duplicatable. Open so duplicatable, not unconfusion, not transferable as I said on a system. Do you have a institutional infrastructure? You have a system which is three-pronged: the objective, the mechanical part of the system, the discipline, and when they make a system, a triangle. Then you have it run on the DLT, distributed ledger technology, and that will be the administrative part. Indeed, this thing is a solid way out. To me for pioneer crown because Cecilia da Padi anka 1 million new good pass you everywhere every dollar came from. Inti investigating because the alarm bells will go off on the system. First of all, no cry and issue. Inti it's a joke the system I running because the system allows for say a bebo chrono. Yeah, system no. And yet possible because you can't know how be system na say credit to account no won't me override it. So that's only a debate a corruption free. That's number one. Constitution we say a better than the constitution. Constitution no an entrenched clause. The way you set up a constitution, so member bani ye independent candidates neighbor ye candidates in so me call Kumasi last week, you share womo. See, I mean, no say, you set a platform, ye independent candidates and Kwan Gusa platform also. Me see, many womo baby meeting. Now, say, Yamia domino womo eto abama near be president. Na yemfan say me ni one candidate kra ewo parliamentar. The Constitution, as it's written now, gives the president so much power to do more than 90% of Niyama Ekoso Ghana. Muntiri American. Now, it just so happens that the big ticket items, as I say, there were two pathways in the Constitution. Back when you're entrenched, you can't say entrenched that. Not just say, and your man, here say, as I said, we yet referendum and sign a wasisa. Any a case unentrenched that. They say Niama, as I said, a called parliamentary floor. Now majority and the minority, majority, a debate normal, come to a conclusion and a consensus say senior per se near. And your ma may be na the big ticket items now a yet entrenched, Into that means I don't come to parliament. I go to the people of Ghana. Incidentally, some people of Ghana, and woman to Obama may say, member mayor president. Into said the referendum, but too many said, number one, you trap Article 71, ne ex gratia moi. Mubaka se munchem. Memi fili se ombeka se yabeto near trem. Semeka se 275 parliamentarians adults don't know who DSC can the National Development Plan aba. Near to me as a one more. Now, yam only 20 parliamentarians, 2 per region. I didn't because a human has 275 no ayen. You replace it with the National Development Plan and may make me actually see how it's going to work to benefit Ghana food now. Say, yes, here a quine. To Kumasi, you don't need a parliamentarian to come and tell you. I have common sense here because we near no, we near commerce. You hear rail, fast speed rail. You hear freight. Send your clients say. You hear say your rivers be clean, your bridges be function. Sign your money now. You build these high institutions, world-class institutions, and medical facilities. No many are there. Sign your way debatable. As I said, me to parliament. It is a me me yes, sign your way ya. Ghana and mobile pencil mama ya na. I doubt to say one beka say one mon pencil because a nuntin one to abama me buy no. Inti enyoma me de kwa to woman in a referendum no. Ebe enyoma Ghana for to abama me say memra me anyway. Inti I believe say one mobile pencil amame. Enuntina ye could change in your ma a what big ticket items. Now, the trick is say you change the big ticket items no many views so. Ebema yen aye so effective says say uncle Fuenya didi na womo ye ko into a second term. Sinyamia do me ko second term. Enkrofo a One back, no back as you could feel ready, Mabo Mode, my environment. Say we're running on a ticket of independence, Bema Yenya and conform Woma back into the arena for the second term. A honor na small ticket in Yamana, as I say, a big parliament, yeah, baby, because now, no, yeah, what parliament, yeah, what presidency, you between your support to woman, so my back, they parliamentarians. But what I say, the way we do it, they say, you do what you can first, and what you cannot now, you wait till when you come back. Now we're changing your manner, because then you would have the leverage, not the assessor. Simple.
Okay.
Third question. What's it? Third question. No, medical. Third question. No, medical. I explain what second question. You say who need independence. It's a better way to me. You were independent. Me no say you were more than 100 independents. Yenya enka wama semi yet because the mema can't show me say president ne inye stronger as an independent candidate. Yeah, but the first time no. It is a whodini na ko president no so. No onye din wie no obi agini tuma or no na peche on behalf of the independent parliamentary candidates because ye Jimmy tum na Ghana na bo say na youth na kasi Kofi say dey one wo ba ye pause say ya dia to wo ba na me ka say okay me wo 275 parliamentarians bo kwa website so a wo mo list ni gu yi obi anko votuma sankofo yi no obi akọ votuma wo mo no mo we ni a na dey aba but say ya yenye popular like with everything else your friend is sound psychology they say you perfect something isha now. What perfect here, you magnify it because they say we will blueprint for success. So, and that's what we're going to do. Yeah, we have 3 questions. So next.
All right. Thank you very much, Kofi. I am say shalom. My bonus match. Shalom, Wahiva. Shalom, my home anato from okay. Now, with the opening be a OT and so France. No, see me Musa say. Edi ebe nti anama wanije America eho ana de tosu biu ekwan be so ana
obefa mete Ghana na obi say me wanije America wanije America wan ka mete Ghana mete Ghana also wanije America mete Ghana
etosu biu obi say emra ekwan be so na obefa ama emra aye adwuma ewo my Ghana mu
yo mate emra minua me wo Ghana why me ni America me wo Ghana nti bisam say dey nti na mani gi Ghana ho na men kan kire okoko ni bean sport benku sport the best tilapia sport the best jollof nnuane e we asimu na minim sports ni na bomb nsa na me gina ho do on so edia senior citizen no discount ti you tia the be tia 3 half comedy ho asin bia nti na mani gi Ghana but on a serious note say your friend saying man slip thought say will be some there was a question again I missed it
emra ose oman bia emra nya adwuma no
with
emra ho ase
motie me first the time I'm buy now me can say we want to strengthen our democracy into me nya adwuma without law and order we share your list of enyoma big on enyoma ye buy after constitution and national development plan any abolishment of article 71 ex-gratia na law and order be adwuma because when one of the first things that me ba as president may say I'm going to meet with all the security agencies near a committee ubia near ma ubia sign waiver say from this point forward ubia sign paper ni be say see a chill so what committee crime be what the bribe what relinquish position and yet permissible in court. Wontumi kura mfa nkojina court. Sign. One sign here, you be displeased. So one sign here, you be displeased. So nti obia what public office na be sign side say ye chill say webu emra police officer you be ready and you could face criminal sentence. Won't me crime fan court. You need time. Seriously. Inti and I'll promise them and obia who need me no when him say me my gain na one plug kakra. Inti obia on my age madam when him say me shege kakra. So inti because you see one of the reasons in TSC Ghana you lose foreign direct investments because people don't trust the government in it you're solid on the ground. So there's talks that Wagner forces are on the outskirts of Ghana because of Kuya airbase. And people don't trust what Ghana could blow up into. Now, I didn't think it because people don't trust that there's security. Because law and order, and yet, Juma. So, you're big on law and order. Just say, me seriously embra say me pet a tutrasam me pet rough. Who just say ye be lock up any police states, but who say embra Juma. Now, answer na embra between aye Juma a be airtight. The first thing as I say you to me documented Ghana Nibia. Because there's no point so because Embra Juma won't to mean document you because Okunipa one crime, Ubegani Akoshe Wagadugu. And I said Tamale. Last time before Obekos River, no Otaho. Or be changing the ID, no IDBR. But say you're documenting. Now you want biometric. BBR ye airtight. Opie okodi phone no register. Okutia electricity no register. Okodi any government service and our private service be a part of your network pay. You be who or show up in any retina detectable face recognition camera via in the country. You betcha no. So, as I say, yeah, biometric. A clean biometric, and yet the woman used to see Nigeria foreign Chinese food now and then as Ghanaians, they be into one of the first things you better say, you better purge system. No, everybody would have to go through a recertification. You very grade you be a biometric. Into say you shall near say, Mr. Abi, for Ghana card, brand new Ghana card now. You running it through the system, and you bet me who say, we are recertified, or now when you're recertified. Into their services be a whole my wound to me, just work or recertified. Because you pesa your mass system, so ye an extra layer of expense. Into yen two, but ye be recertified into on the back office, and as our recertification never happen, but we card need a bear card now, but your matter say card no cram, a bear card now, but as I said, to me, who by your recertification now on your computers, you be who they are certified and they are certified, and what time you be phasing in and out. You into case will be on the spot, but so about now so to dying, and now open property be, and now your business registry be. You have to go through registration, recertification, to authenticate you and sign away to me as service. But just what you know,
Okay.
Will put people on their friend a national data repository system. NDR linking it to your cameras near retina and face recognition detectors. When I'm baby no the it could spot you. Yakuhu how it works with Singapore. Yakuhu how it works with Dubai. And yeah, there I can say Kofi idea okay. Better than I ɛno adi ne yɛn nso yɛba abɛyɛ nti and don't ask me about na sika wɔ here de bɛyɛ 1 million sisi ya da palm pass. We have more than enough money to get these things done. Bank of Ghana 60 billion cedis na year you pay move 1 billion near there side.
Yo, Kofi. Yeah, bedo ase. We have about 20 more minutes with you, ain't you know? Yeah, man, you are no more cano, emre munafi. Yeah, na ya maunso nkoji wa home. Yanko Prince Bombardier eso. Na Bombardier ewia Bibi Finland Aba. Na Dr. Jingu enso Aba. In that order. Enti Bombardier, so question na the man Kofi a mute hu ene yanko. Going one.
Papa Medasi tibia. Na papa pese mu se just no se edi no doso. Pese mu se Kofi Koranteng me wo Kofi Koranteng ye wo no September 9th 1966. Pese mu se ono a na se bia fufura se data me wo EC ni se ono a cause se Kofi Koranteng me hu se bebre so wo hono. Enti ena say ono dia number some say so ono Nigeria independent for some since ever say be 2019 it is Kofi Koranteng or a year fidation no number some say why survey who the attractiveness of independent candidates in Ghana person who say this is or con independent be man as say in a party na yeko say independent dia person who say first time I call here as 2019 about bare 4 years in the same way why survey say a Ghana for no omonije independent candidate once because the interview says since 51 I to aba independent candidate being original when you even bear 10% point no I didn't say the way we are praiser ne no man 20% who say cause say obey the canning na maka say the African has the best policies who depend people African here or police obey no wow to what we say yes but we say system papa you probably be first order condition second order condition or say BBC and sana nti me pesa me yire ye wo ba no enye sem ka say me wo ba na me ye bibi first order ana ye bibi and sana second order na kra na ba nti no so obey sad ni nyina di say ye to abama no ye to abama no but we say baby a obefa no so ehia pi say o di train na ekwa na plane na ekwa na say road ni nyina no your levels of safety. The person who say what 4 years here or call 2019 no as I say nanado yes I better about next year no why yes I be who say Ghana for nije independent candidate no one because I them they know you some entrenched no constitution no your entrenched parties be at least they will be anya be 4 million Ghana the department to about 4 million na the akeka no be a difference no be a be about 10,000 you can now be about 50% plus and then the first question second question and now minister no can or you're very passionate about ropa just say mention one day kakra then say ropa no jiramupa na nyakopa ya dom February 2006 no president Kofi passes our law no 17 years ni intim pese mu say nyakopa kra ya na dom na say bia obey president quite best soon I be Europa because Europa and just say it's more like eagle part in the Ghanaians living everywhere. Yes, we be Ghana be outside Ghana be able to aba. Now say the bia na ye dwuna na ye na kusi America ni yes an emraniche. One can say America, Ghana for America and Netherlands. Was it Ghanaians living everywhere? You want 192 countries in one side so all the southern, north, west and east hemisphere no. I believe say Ghana for Wentino. Obet much require say ebi oba ye bit me implementing na yehu say who is even a Ghanaian na yehu cause no crisis say akoye SMP Ghana within Ghana cry ye nim who is a Ghanaian and this akoye asem. That's the second question. Third question is me who say third and last question me who say well, you're very passionate about fighting corruption bribery and which I'm very glad say said you all kono na me ni je hu say ye bit manya obetma judicial system be running 24/7 na ka kwesi ko for the ni bi na ye fast track course na say ya ye 10 terms so na yanko restore resource bia wo prison on kudidi kwa na no na mbese mu say yes leadership by example 2019 emra Mr. Kofi Koranteng say obeye you know so person Ghana man say konzu je so person we president ka say uko ji Ghana for year because the power no we here insim also uko na ko ji endorsement so that say mejitum say Kofi Koranteng pa bia we Ghana ni ana say minim no watena bonu so ana say yi no nti obia de sheet ko uko ji ana wo de ba easy be also verify send back papa bia wo for ukru ampa ni bakọ ye ne block na many block 3 plot something ana we Ghana ni na enum no semiko EC omo website ni CID Ghana criminal investigation department ekoba say tama Mr. Kofi edikan you know for 2020 election you know ekoba say who say you know endorsement and them say 19 you disqualify 6 candidates EC disqualify 6 candidates and only including Kofi Koranteng now the interim just say forged signatures and a manufacturing of endorsees ebemu and EC who say particularly Mr. Kofi Koranteng there no say 90 signatures and almost say na fake and EC so na American no or reporting ma criminal investigation.
Mobile, mze minim wakasa asem we say no question me na obuso obusa wo ho.
O de bi sem de meba.
Aha, nti ne ye snap na ebre no sa. Why?
Meba question enti no say o ka corruption wasem. Enti me question say obi bitma bisa question dey be a different dey. Enti aba no see ya defense ko hu say there be 19 crampo no enye sa na mom de 10 kan say 29. Na Mr. Kofi Koranteng court na court no abogu say justice no well ka say one isi ni adwen say into or dismiss case na justice gift ejeya do nti mpese say obi a or passionate about corruption as is ono so ye hu say a record so Ghana say wa forge nti mpese mu say judge nso so wan call for any appeal nti judge na say what dismiss case in which means say one isi ni CID adwen nti obi a person of fight corruption mpese mu say yes leadership by example nti no how does it reconcile the two about say obi a obe fight corruption na ye hu say corruption is so asama because a fake EDR signature a part of corruption a universal set and then crabata na bribe na unity. Now my third question is say how is it going to reconcile and if there's any apology to Ghanaians even on that score say because papa some person fight corruption as a miankas and you who say my corrupt and normal based on a record that CID.
Okay.
Any easy.
All right then. I think your point is well made. Kofi, Yankwe.
Yo, first question was say independence. Survey about Afro Barometer survey. Now, see, you heard the friend of voter apathy. I woho. It just said displeasure to political parties, ANDC, MPP now. And I'm from grassroots, for Kasana, Ubia for the most part, Editus, MPP, NDC for FAW. That the AC or Ghana day in, day out, a confirmation of that. With the me wa Ghana ha, ye call round, ye call regions, ye near Manfu could incomo, until the omo catch a no ye hustle, and yes, a year and ya sorry take a say, ye per se ye independent. Na feeling so no so we are independent now eka enoso internet say eka no hwan ni chia political parties here say wo menya wo mo hwan cost no wo mo defer no to members ni chia enye political parties ni chia so ena say wo mo defer to members na wo mantumi enchia wie no mo ba ban mu a na just say Ghana no na eba bi ho amane because then they have to put the money back where they found the money. Until they make a decision, they say, we are independent now. A pathway a fractionally expensive compared to say we are political party. The end product doesn't change because there won't penny more they be boom in here. And then the administration or they into say or administration or they then you crona so a mastermind no why or a science-based, data-driven, human-centered. And no need the key because I no chair say Our judgment, obetumi dey assemble BBO here to move the country. Inti, why then do you want to go and set up a political party? One more members no be tentacles to say ye drain the coffers of the country. And we ye decided conclusively say ye be call independence. Now, in the event say ebia wo when ye sika was Kofi me $100 million because ye pese ye pese o de kebia beto Ghana for so. But me feel say yen yepe political party ye maye ye betumi akọ register political party na ye de ye ho akoto ballot so. Nti the first question. Number 2, oka se Rupa. Rupa no enye ya ba mu ene in 24 hours no ye be order the electoral commission say on start enye ntutuye no implement Rupa first 24 hours eka me speech a me ba be ye no eka ho on the night of say me accept the mantle to be president of Ghana no eka ho nti ye ba pe dana within 24 hours no ye ma EC order. Who is a Ghanaian there a Supreme Court asem woman say no me need jurisdiction wo Supreme Court no woman say the oye Ghana ni no ne de ya wono wo Ghana ne papa ne maame free Ghana nti no womu hia say ubewo Ghana card na ubewo document wo birth certificate eno nkyerɛ sɛ woyɛ Ghana ni wo birth certificate kyerɛ sɛ yɛ wo Ghana but wo parents nyɛ Ghana ni a wonyɛ Ghana ni nti that's the argument nti eno so ɛwɔ hɔ but yɛn as far as Rupa yɛ concerned deɛ yɛ ba yɛ ma electoral commission order na wɔn implement it. Third question endorsement no yɛaka ho asɛm but metimu bio deɛ kan ne sɛ yɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a yɛ verify obiara wa validate yɛn sɛ yɛnyɛ president no papers no free northwest eba no what we suspect sɛ wɔn tu yɛde fa VIP na brɛ yɛn nea ɔde ba no wankɔ bus no so na ɔde ma driver nti wɔn de ba no deɛ suspect ne sɛ wɔn yi paper ni bi firi mu na wɔn de paper foforɔ hyɛ mu paper na wɔn de hyɛ mu no ɛyɛ signatures of nkurɔfoɔ a no wɔn nso assign ɛwɔ CPP foɔ paper so CPP paper no ɛnyɛ 29 ɛyɛ 19 deɛ wɔkan sɛ ɛyɛ 29 ɛyɛ typo ɛyɛ 19 nti 19 registers na wɔn kan yɛ sɛ yɛn forge yɛn no the same people no wɔn forge wɔ yɛn signature so wɔ yɛ paper no so wɔn na wɔn kɔ sign ɛwɔ CPP for paper so ɛna wɔn nyinaa nso yɛ CPP for executive members nti it was clear say there was some funny business going on say ɛyɛ den na out of 46,000 people wɔn te northwestern no yɛn nyɛ obiara sɛ yɛkɔ around that yɛ picking nkurɔfoɔ randomly no do you pick a woman randomly na happen to be CPP executives na yenim enye possible so assembly by ya e call ye de call court no and one dismiss the case no one dismiss the case ni we electoral commission fraying one ka say one makoye criminal record me call CID or ringway ye call there was no record filed against me. And a criminal clearance report. Mikura criminal clearance report. Let's say Mikura. Inti I don't know say yanye be a criminal. Number 2, see the phone I catch him say, hey, tell baby fana see ya and California. Well, electoral commission San Frey and say some see a criminal. Yeah, criminal there, Papa. Yeah, 100,000 CD check. I had to file nomination. Electoral Commission now fraying at the ADMI, and me Jim Sika photo account. And he said, "Some Papa said me a criminal. I'm committee offense ɛyɛ den na momfa me nkɔtum na ɛyɛ den na mesika kra me de file na mo san de ma yɛn because according to the constitution no ɛyɛ violation a ɛnse sɛ anka wɔn decide sɛ sika no ma me sɛ ɛyɛ criminal ampa nti we now goes to say sɛ ɛnyɛ nokorɛ they don't have anything say no yia na wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn yi yɛ free mu yɛ vice president a yɛ ne ne kɔ electoral commissioner ɔno akɔ sign wɔ electoral commission wɔn send yɛ letter sɛ the signature no wɔn ho sɛ ɛnyɛ the same nti ɔno nso ɛyɛ forged so wɔn send yɛ letter na wɔ saa letter no wɔ hɔ nti obiara hu sɛ biribiara kɛkɛ no wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn yɛ pɛ vice president the electoral commission hɔ ano kɔɔyɛ ne yɛ witness yɛ ne yɛ sign yɛ no koraa no wɔn sɛ ɛyɛ forged nti basisei no yɛhunu nyansa ehu sɛ next time yɛkɔ a yɛde bɛkɔ akɔfa court na yɛ verify obi a ɔwɔ yɛ papers no so ansa na yɛde akɔ electoral commission sɛdeɛ wɔn ntumi mfa ntom mma yɛn sɛ obi a ɔwɔ so no ɛyɛ forged nti saa na yɛka sɛ yɛbɛyɛ nti na asɛm a ɛwɔ no nti ɛmɛ ɛnyɛ w'adwene mu sɛ obi yɛ criminal yɛsɛ criminal until found guilty. There's no guilty of your criminality on BBR. It was just something I want ye free mu because you're quite no the judge in the car and say was a crowd yeah the mama crampa ballot number out into no more than cry moon to me any impuni yen to me for more share ballot so because it costed the government of Ghana too much money to put you on the ballot. We are yourself, but they're now better. Ntina Samuel. Papa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Koranteng. Yentie BBA. Na BB we are Dr. Jingo and so Abba. BB. Bamaso.
You guys, Papa.
Na Saboko.
Christo Adaroma.
Sweet. And yeah, Kofi to you. Why?
Yo, it's me church obia. Kofi me chow. My question is from the history of independent candidates Alba or Ghana near Diadeno. You bet me a conclude say we are not seeing any friend is a progress. Ubu hoba rising this time no atia guna for fraba near Diadeno. Now I think that some of us do wanna ekase. Adena yemfa ya holding ko parliament. Say just one parliamentarian seat and I say 2, 3 be near power near nya. And he say it me dominate kakra and I say it me pushy near kakra or parliament. Then na ye say ye be presidency. Because say oka say oh come and ponkwa kwa compare a lot of money. Man ponkwa and san wa running kurasi any ade. Because I think say most of us ye did say the president sikaseye. I don't know say unzo washe ho say adientina yemfa strength no mum senka palua for bako we are for bako near power adientina yemfa strength nin ko parliamentarian ni yenhwe ho ye dominate ho then yaba president we nims wa hwe wa the next question about how you were answering the question ka say ube place your friend is say embassies no 5 Brazil near there. Is it because a lot of Ghanaians are there or Ghana is doing some business with them? Anything I'll be placing those places now okay na because so here UK near America a lot of Ghanaians are there and they need even America cry there's more two and so and I don't know why you the last one as well can say oba or that yisi now my implement it. And until say if the sitting government now and so order you say onye bibia, can we talk against it or it is all right? Midashi.
Kofi, Yanko.
Okay, until last question first. A sitting government which me bibia will order isi so onye bibia it has to be consistent with relevance. Law it's been on the books since 2006.
Mahama ba Akufo-Addo ba obi aba Atamils ba ye wom se ye be ye ropa nti it's justified to say wo be order easy say onye enti se bibia and a wo kana wo ye Ghanaian living abroad no what is $6 billion na ba Ghana every year and how doesn't it bother you? Do you not sit and think and say Nkrofo-Addo ye it's not justified as I say how enti I say how and say anka ya fix the problems that what Ghana na anka won sika emma system to support your family members with $6 billion every year. Inti are justified. Number 2, what's it BRICS? The inti yeah all embassies except for BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and say the world order na assessa minia assessa. The world is de-dollarizing to the BRICS. So, baby, we are say air corner. A hona wonso wo hyehyɛ wo nneɛma na wo de kyerɛ. Sɛdeɛ wabudwan wɔ hɔ nipa ne ba ye beto wo nneɛma na wo bɛyɛ yi. Nti baby we are say kono. They say West for adie so akyɛ. Wo ma use dollar ne de aboy krono saa because dollar ne ye fiat currency. They say okɔhyɛ ne dem a no aprinte oba o se ma mu koku na gye ni photocopy ya makoyi oba o se ma and I yen the interim pretty be. Na yen CD no enka hwe. Deɛ na yen so yebetumi ayɛ a yen so yɛkɔtena table hɔ ne obi a di bi no obi a ka bi a yen so yebetumi adi mu. Yɛpɛsɛ yɛdi yen so yɛ gold no ɛkasa. Gold no so deɛ yɛwɔ bi. So nti so obi a atwe ne ho akɔ gold a na yen so yɛntwe yɛn ho enko gold. Na yen starting stack it up on your reserves. Ni for gold no and secure the new currency here, but doesn't it make sense? Common sense. And unti na yen ye best set it up diplomatic missions ye best set it up places a wo betumi aboa yen directly no. Near your trade desks wo ho. Trade desk no na be your friend BB your friend saying economic combustion. The bema trade akoso na yenso yen kole yenye adwuma ye na employment be boom na nyoma bekoso ye electric cars free China na Brazil ye say eno ne yepe so nti ye strategic intina ye na sa na ye call BRICS nations no last question I'll kind of say I have say independent candidates I don't know independent parliamentarian na yen ride parliamentarian wave na ansana yako your friend saying ya make attempt to go to presidency. Okay. NDC ni MPP se wo kra no na ene wakose wo pese wo koye parliamentarian wo NDC MPP a clan of people be approve esse a person esse who say wo kan ye ho ansa na ya approve say wo betumi aye parliamentarian under our ticket. Yeah, approve and we are yakase betua almost $1 million. There are so many people or makwa one person parliamentarians and the MPP NDC yakase wono yenimu onkan ye ho yempel nti wuntumi nye nti wo ye attempt say wo kofale for independent candidacy and the MPP NDC they come after you. A friend saying adai intim the ne wabeye MPP for you. Last time I know all fighting against or ne all contesting or ne Blay contested for chairmanship no. Akufo-Addo be na no catch and say in contested against Blay because me nipa me pick ye Blay. No contest until punish no. This is the politics you have to deal with. Who has time for that nonsense? So now another thing, the American side say, so we will cooperate say we person NDC MPP parliamentarian. Now the party does not bless you say amount quite say contest here. We contest in a seat in the ɛhe na wo ba benya sika free to do the projects in your constituency? Catch them. ɛhe na wobɛnya sika free? So wontumi nyɛ sika free baabiara because the executive is who gives you money for wo budget we here to do the projects in your constituency no. Yɛmfa ma wo because yɛtwe wa so. Saa na wɔn yɛ sesei. Nti na parliamentarians bi wɔ hɔ no kɔ a ya ankonam ɔtene parliament kasa no kora deɛ ɔnka month ni do a no agye ne 10,000 ahyɛ ne ho no agye ne benefits no ɔtene baabi ɔsi akɔyɛ kora deɛ ɔbaa parliament 20 years ɔnkasa ada n'asɛm ne hyɛ ne tirim yɛmpɛ n'asɛm nti sɛ wo kɔka sesei Kofi kɔ mano sɛdeɛ mano ɔdin ɛna sɛ na nkurɔfoɔ yɛ mi ne yɛ meme nkɔyɛ parliament mahu sɛ wompɛ m'asɛm wo saa akora wei because mekɔyɛ parliamentarian a wɔn mo bɛ make sure say $1 kora mi nya na mede akɔ me constituency because the president is who approves every project in every constituency. So afei wate aseɛ nti till sɛ wo wate aseɛ sɛ me economy could di sika no bi kɛkɛ no na kyerɛ sɛ wo hu ni mfasoɔ for the people me mpɛ sɛ me economy could di sika. That's not what I'm here for. Me pɛ sɛ me economy could impact my people. That's why I don't want to go be a parliamentarian. Me ko baby betumi change the constitution I be affected the whole Ghana. And yet ADDB for no who could be keke. That's not what this is about. And untina and yet an option for me. Next question.
All right. Let me see if we still have Dr. Jingo. I was coming to him, but I home and I there out of form. Well, I will say that Kofi, you've answered the questions to the best of your abilities. But Penny Kobe, France, Nonku Nyanko, no pay means be the idea. Eddie Abba, Nemum, and in technological advancement level, no ever form. Ni telegram
Yeah, no abuano.
Oh, maybe buswa. Now on that note, na me am person busa question. Me now ka say wo ba say utumi ba. Enya dia ye be use.
Yeah ba. Say mo boa enko ade a ye be ba.
Good one.
Na munya questions p no. Mo questions too much.
Now we can note ehun asem say you use note view, right? Where digital some go on here deco. Then you
at the government level.
At the government level, at the government level.
Yeah.
Oh, and across the country, at government level.
There be intergovernment dealings. I said woman ya point to so woman koye adwuma fan servo or my nti sa network of companies, ministries, nominate government agencies ni na no. A bad digital money and your paper money.
And your paper money. All right, beautiful. You answer now because say what the kanka what you actually need from Ghanaians in the diaspora, their support. So we person reach you or team no no the IDSB and our support to be our war the eba so and we see alpha to reach you.
KofiKoranting.com wo ho. So oko KofiKoranting.com information wo ho, number 1. Number 2, ye momo. Si say sika no ho hia se ye di and America say papa. The way I'm pese diaspora for a hold so idea we mu no. Me mente diaspora for as you. Me feel say this is such a lost opportunity. So woman te ade aye na you. Okay, mo mama kan say we there from me me so agree me so mo mama kan say bin kire mo. Okay, let me tell you something. Mo wa abrochi na matna abrochi for so many years. Mo say the America for a year ya, wo mo building millionaires, billionaires. Mo say the China for be, mo say Japan, Germany. So indigenous people no wo ma na omani ye wo mo dia no. Wo mo na wo ko be bia ye develop that. They've made millions and they always want to hold on to the millions. That's not what is happening in Ghana. Ghana, no, yama foreigners now, and they are making money because your government, input two together infrastructure, a bit me
I empower the citizens. Into the many proposal to you, and say, imagine say, what the more line issue of multi. Because Kofi, you Ghana for. Yeah, who said, well, primary policy, opposite the building Ghana agriculture. Into Kofi, you be receive $10 million near the other. Wow. But agriculture now obey, you have said, Minister of Agriculture and a deputy now, you be free London and now you be free Europe and a year day. The policies ni say no person ye. When an international na mo nhyehyɛ ne yɛnhwɛ. Not the conditions or the aba. Ɛyɛ momo conditions. Na mo de aba. I'm so okay. Ɛnu nti, wapne so nti. Ye be building model ni na near the aba. Near the aba hyɛ engine num. Now as far as agriculture be via distribution, agriculture work more than 13 different sectors. Engineering, pharmaceuticals, research and development, seedling, nurseries, freight, transportation, biology, research, just say banking, financial services, real estate, just say agriculture was annually. Say more fasa sector now. We are planning in putting $10 billion into that sector every year. Inti mo amumu ye adwuma obabi amu ye adwuma yi. Because adwuma no ye ba esese edi mo obi no ye. Me mpesa me de be kwa akoma Chinese for. Me mpesa me de be kwa akoma Germany for. Me mpesa me de be kwa mo obi am mpesa me de ma Ghana for na attain sa expertise na wa buchi no na momra meye. But se moma ma anfa mo ho amehye ho na mo anya first dips then you are not by default going to get it. Yankrana ebia yentumi ma bemu because of sikasemunti. Monso mo wa buchi se mo pisika. This is the Ghana is so right. Then you Ghana. You can make chicken, you can rear chickens and be a multi-millionaire. Which I am preku in krekum, kwa confirm, which I am and make millions. Which I am quine, which I am street lights, which I am street markings. That I am ready. Just say, me come and list this one more than 1,000 things. Will my tangible. You bet me the amount which if I won't be multi-millionaires. And let me tell you why. In the next 15 years, Ghana is going to go to about 50 million people, whether we like it or not. Ghana is in the middle of the biggest francophone economy, which is Ivory Coast, and in the middle of the biggest anglophone economy, which is Nigeria. What fact? 500 miles radius from Ghana inside community, we're going to create over 500 million people, 500 million people. So, ehin womunko diga. Omfa sikani na nkoma Dubai. Yemfa plane, emfa sikani na nkoma Dubai. Wobra yebetumi build a fast train from Ghana to Nigeria and from Ghana to Ivory Coast. Minutes now. You're building it to Upper Volta. 45 minutes now we're Upper Volta. When I went to China, I went to see this. Trainer echo over 300, 400 miles per hour. A distance between there, maybe Shanghai call one you no crowd there. A distance between Accra and Kumasi no. And no crowd no, it only went 150 miles per hour. 43 minutes now me walk one you from Shanghai. Yako. At the end of 2 years, train back with $2.5 million. You're burning 60 billion cedis. Yes, $6 billion. Yadi, you know how many trains we could buy? You bet me lay all the tracks that you hear in Ghana, and you guys could make that money. The American say, when are you planning to get involved? They be questions. But be mine and on the high ye be your questions are your research bisema time no kwa na ekwe. Yeah, yeah. They be a question. You don't get anything done by knowing more. You only get done by doing. And in doing, you get to know more. So, it may me advice I come de mamu amutie me na say it's enough with Kofi yepesi be the change you want to see in the world. Nti say bibi wo ho a wonye sure of get involved. Now also kakra won wasua ana wunim no fa beboa. Ne yentwe dom emra. Me raise the money. Hey, one will say on mine no. Meme kakra, I've spent over $1.4 million of my own money since 2019. Sikane bi who you. Meme yere was sending me threatening messages. I say, my children are telling me, come home. Mini sikane bi. Until after 2024, no, I can't go further even if I wanted to. Sikane bi niho. So, until this is the time you guys step in. One strategizing, one share with the Kofi New York, ye share, wo baby, ye meeting, ye ne, massa, he, me, sanka mumubi, ne rania, and come over, Diana, I'll sell the house and put it in. Because I know, say, Udia, I'll make $100 million over. There's nothing in Ghana. The whole Ghana real workers here, underground, say, so be there. Why can't I? So when you see Kofi na me man real engineering, you could be a finder and bring the real company there. It be fee Abuchi and Scandinavia beba. Now when you fee of even 2%, 2.5% cra on $1 billion job cra a saying.
Papa Smiley. Papa Smiley.
He's giving his final word. Now say Papa Smiley.
No, a quick one to Kofi. A quick one to Kofi.
Quick one, babe. Let the man finish talking. Let him finish talking. What can't he? He's now
No, it's part of it's part. It relates to what he's just raised.
Let him finish when he finishes.
No, a quick Kofi.
Yes, sir.
Look, I was at MPP campaign grounds here in London. When somebody during the fundraising, somebody gave Akufo-Addo £20,000.
No.
They were doing fundraising. And I'm sure this man would have been handsomely rewarded by now. Kofi, this issue relates to campaign financing. Are you encouraging that?
This is what I'm saying. The Americans said, when we build consortiums and you see, we have to be very smart because side deals say, because corrupt, we look at it from a corrupt standpoint. There are a lot of companies if you UK, a lot of companies are if you US are. One more year, Ghana. They've been sent in by their governments. And so one more and can be about government. Wokra would name say government national one. And a plus the entire one more American basis wahano is to protect these companies. Waha. Koheni Jesse say you won't free because these companies work for their governments, respective governments. The Americans say, Massa, when is the black man going to be strategic and smart and do for ourselves? There is no campaign financing anywhere. I did. Listen, if you take from your left pocket and put in your right pocket, it's still your pockets. You, Abi, listen well. There is no illegal now contract be a SSA or they mark for 5% or 20%, then there's something wrong. But the contract now SSA Obinya 5% or so. Now, wo Papa Smiley, wabwa me, not through a due diligence, so which may a Jumanam be a Juma amount. No, acquire near the 5% about. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. The way you disburse the contracts, and your man will yet to make sure say there is no corruption attached to it. But Mamu, you know, say
me pan set Ghana for so you be you. Na yen so you be millionaires, ni billionaires, ama yen kola, but not through corruption. Adwuma na wo Ghana no, somebody has to do it. Me ne mo ka say wo abe. Why ye where you say your friend saying Sino hydro deal ye de ma China for ye can't me no ye can't want something yeah. I don't need the Chinese for who's going to make the money? And yet Chinese. Yeah, the Magana ni anka, what would have been wrong with that? Anka bibi a wrong one. $2 billion. Yeah, the amount China for. I don't need for ma say more radio you see ya money more can say. Say more come together. Na ma from Sino Hydro Inc. UK and mo de amatum who be. Na ma by the contract for Ghana. Near the man can say more. That's what I'm talking about. When you saw Adjune, that's what I'm talking about. There's nothing wrong with it so long as there is no criminality. And there are so many ways to pan this thing for there not to be me, I tell you, you're not going to get $1 more than you are supposed to get. Now, who be you man say, oh yeah, massa, me when you say me, you know nonsense. Me we are me mama. Oh yeah, no one ye make say we jailu. Oh yeah, because you would me push your phone now. They not excite myself me back into government because they know said they won't get anything from me because everybody knows who I am and what their name I'm capable of doing. So it's a 5 billion. Oh na Kofi massa. The money will be made whether we like it or not. Many more can say they are giving concessions away. Ye to your gold, ye to your oil, ye try your cool. Are you making any of the money? Ask yourself. If the answer is no, and if I drink, me number no, Papa, me number no, zero, your Momo number, 059 999 5120. 059 999 5120. And me regular number and so 0505 124 109. 0505 124 109. Nti na asema ewo hono no. Nti abusuafo yeda muna mase. Don't be strangers. Mpacho mpese yese mabe ha mani akyeremu. It's all in one love. But na the yehu wo Ghana no abusuafo enyo man koye wo Ghana. Almost say on mine no. It's with a lot of pain. Say we have so almost say on mine. They don't care. Woman inside there na ever say. Everybody is taking what they can and everybody is leaving. This is the last chance. Baby, on mine do say no. You're to me and see even 2024. China 4 will take over. It's as simple as that. So the only reason why they still allow it to go after over 104% of debt to GDP, they say there's so much gold, there's so much oil, and they would like to pretend say Ghana 4 na oversee. Now for the model that we use is good for them. Woman per se, woman base, woman will to make them look bad. Until they will put the puppets in place and they will steal from underneath them. Until as our model still no survival no. But woman buyen pa, woman buyen. Until munye bibi. Na mama buyen. Oh, everybody. Me the manu si papa. Yeda masinya mi share mu na say mama me time. Na eja me so ma rant egu no so because the be na frustration and agro. But me the must say mama me chance. I benefited from this more than anyone. God bless you for giving me the chance. Now I'm Ghana because
where we am Kofi. Thank you very much. What the natural kwen na so atudwa. Said your kind no. He may be very good in certain areas, but not in all areas. It's a teamwork. See, if you have any expertise, you think you'll be able to support him with that, or natural quite as a group, as a body, if there is anything that you can equally do to support his quest to move our nation forward, and also what nature kwan atudwa. The work Kenya say there should be some practice of what we preach. That is all that Kofi is simply talking about. And Kofi, say you did very well. You spent about 2.5 hours with us, having this very beautiful conversation. I hope brother, if there are any other things that we need to discuss on the radio, we'll call on you and then we take it from there. Kofi, I hope so when Abi moving come away na waba team no. Why? Yo, Kofi Koranteng and good one there. Good one there. Thank you very much, Kofi.